Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Taylor, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over apps that I use for my digital illustrations, doing thumbnails, for making Instagram posts, all sorts of things, and just a bunch of different helpful apps if you are looking to get into social media. And I do have, for most of them, separate tutorials on my channel as well if you want a more in-depth kind of how I use it, and I will have all those videos linked down below. All of these apps will be linked down below to download, and they are all free on iPhone, and some of them are for Android as well. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into showing you the apps. Okay, so first one is super obvious. It is VSCO. Obviously, everyone uses VSCO, but I'm just going to kind of go into telling you guys how I use it. So basically, I use VSCO only really for my thumbnails. If I am taking a thumbnail with me in it and it's not like other pictures, it's like a thumbnail of myself. So I will put the picture into VSCO and I will increase the saturation, I'll increase like the brightness, highlights, contrast, and usually I will make the picture a little bit more cool toned just because I read somewhere, I don't know where, but I read that cool toned pictures are like more appealing to people and they're more likely to like or click on a cool toned photo than a warm toned photo. I don't know how true that is, but that's why I always kind of make my photos a little bit more cool toned rather than warm toned. So that's really all I use VSCO for, but figured I would just throw it in there. Next one, this is literally like my holy grail app. I don't know what I would do without it. It is Fonto. This app I use mostly for my thumbnails, just because it gives you great sizing tools, and I have a whole video on how I make my thumbnails and stuff and all the apps that I use for that, so you can check that out. It will be linked down below as well if you guys wanted a more in-depth look at how I use it for specifically thumbnails. Fonto is a great app for text. They have a bunch of different fonts, a bunch of different styles you can put your text in, and it's just really helpful for literally anything that you need text on. Next app is Pixar, and this is literally like my favorite app ever. This is how I kind of got started into like social media design, was through Pixar. So the main reason that I use Pixar is to I don't even know what to call it, like when you take a photo and you want to crop the, like say I took a photo of me on the screen right here and I wanted to like crop myself out of it, you know, just like the outline of myself, that's what I use PixArt for. So anything that you want to, like if there's a picture of you, say the background is super ugly and you want to put in like a cool patterned background. Here's a little mini tutorial. I have this picture of Emma Chamberlain and I'm going to click add photo and take a photo from my camera roll and then put it over the photo, lower the opacity, erase all of like her body or like the part you want to show. And then the picture, when you increase the opacity again, the picture will, you know, it looks like it's the background of the picture or like behind her. So this is a quick little tutorial, but I have a full tutorial on my channel if you want a more in-depth, but I figured I would just add this in for a little bit. So that is so helpful, especially for making thumbnails or just if you want to add some fun to your pics, like if you don't make YouTube videos and you just want to add in some cool like backgrounds or anything to your photos. It's a really helpful app for that. And additionally on top of that, they have a ton of like, they call them stickers, which are basically like little like animations or like little, I guess, yeah, like animations that you can put on your pictures. I'll show you guys like all the different options that they have, and I use these so much. They're so helpful again for making thumbnails, but again, if you don't make YouTube videos, you can add them to your pictures just for an added little fun touch. I think if you're interested in like a more creative aspect of social media, you should definitely download it. That's what kind of got me started on all of this, so I love Pixar. Next up, I want to touch on 4 of my favorite digital art or digital illustration apps. So you guys know, I'm sure if you're subscribed to my channel, that I use Adobe Draw mainly for all of my art. I love Adobe Draw. It's a free app. It is so easy to use, easy to navigate inside of the app, but if you do need help with it, I have multiple tutorials on how to use it. The other 3 apps that I use that I don't use as much, but I do use them for like specific purposes that I will get into, is the app Painter. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Ibis Paint, Ibis Paint, it's IBIS Paint. I use that app as well. And Autodesk Sketchbook. Those 3 apps are all digital illustration apps and they all work on Android as well. Adobe Draw is super simple with like the brushes and the different like settings you can put it on. It's super simple, which is why it's so easy to use for beginners. However, these other 3 apps go very, very much more in depth, and you have so many more tools, so many more settings, so many more options. So I love using these apps when I want to do more in-depth illustrations, or if I want to do like airbrushing, or I need like a textured brush or like blending or anything like that, I like to use these apps. I do have a tutorial on Painter that is up on my channel, but I am going to be making tutorials for IBIS Paint and Autodesk Sketchbook as well, so look out for those on my channel. And the last app that I wanted to share with you guys is my absolute favorite. It's actually not really an app. They do have an app for it, but it just isn't as good as the website, and I literally hate using it because it's just like you don't have as many features. But the website canva.com is literally my lifesaver. If you do social media, you absolutely need to be using this. It is so amazing. You can do so much on there. It has helped me so much. I have made my YouTube header on there. I make my astrology posts on Canva. Anything on my page that you see that has text on it, I have done on Canva. A lot of my thumbnails I make on Canva. Any graphics, if you make like graphics, you literally need Canva. You can do so much with it, especially if you kind of aren't that creative at coming up with stuff on your own, or you're new to social media, you're new to like working all these different apps and stuff like that. Canva gives you amazing templates that you can use for everything. Literally, it's genuinely insane how much they have on there for free. You can get a paid version, but I've never found the need for that. Again, all these apps are free. I don't pay for anything. You can make Instagram stories on their Instagram posts. You can even make like a resume on there. Like they again have a ton of different fonts on there as well. Font effects. They have, again, like I said with Pixar, the little like graphics, like the little doodles. What did I call them? The little like animations and little doodles that you can put on like a little arrow, or a little, like if you want to put something with a square or a triangle or a star shape. Go on Canva right now and check it out. Like, it is an amazing website that I use so much, and it's so helpful. I would also suggest Canva if you're looking to make like a logo. I made my logo on Canva for my Instagram, and they have so many, again, free templates that you can use for making a logo. And I guess I'll add this in here just for funsies, but I use Pinterest so much. I'm sure that's totally obvious, like everyone uses Pinterest, but that's where I get literally all of my inspiration from. I have so many Pinterest boards and they're all organized. Like, I am crazy with my Pinterest boards. If you're doing the thing with Pixar, like I said, like changing the background on your photo, Pinterest literally has it's like, I just love Pinterest. But yeah, you guys, those are all the apps I use on my iPhone for social media, YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. Let me know any apps that you guys use in the comments down below. I'd love to try out some new apps if you guys have some favorites that you want to share. But I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. And again, I will have links to download all of these apps in the description box. And additionally, I will have if I have any tutorials up for the specific apps, I will put those in the description box as well, just in case you are new to the app and you want to learn a little bit more about it. But anyways, I hope that you guys like this video. And of course, follow me on Instagram. I always post a ton of stuff on there, so you can follow me on there to stay in the loop. And otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. You got it, girl, you got it. Little baby in a bag and a Birkin.